Hey everybody, welcome to the channel. Let me show you what I have here. Alright, here it is. This is my 2002 Subaru Impreza Wrx Wagon. I feel like this might be one of the cars that kind of like started this performance wagon revolution, I'll say. Right, I mean, now we have M5 wagon, right? The RS6, the E63. Those are like super high performance wagons. But I think back on its time, this was pretty popular. So here it is. The paint is a little rough, and it has some rust, which we'll cover later. But overall, it's a pretty solid car. When I got this car, I bought it before the pandemic for $4,000. The engine had a head gasket failure. I fixed that and did a couple of things. Yeah, this car is they have a 2-liter EJ205 engine, 4-cylinder. I think they made 221 horsepower when stock, which, you know, for a car, these cars are pretty light. So for a car this light, they felt really good. Let me open up the hood. And we can talk about some of the mods that I have done to it later. All right, we have some STI goodies and some like things that I got from Japan, like the STI headlights and the strut bar. But yeah, this engine is I think it's decently powerful. With the things that it has and the tune, it's probably making, you know, more than 250, less than 300, I'll say. This engine has still the original short block. I think it has 220,000 miles. When I got it, the head gasket failure, so I fixed that. I used the original short block because it was in good condition. That happened maybe 3 years ago, and yeah, still going. All right, let me keep showing you around, then we'll go to the inside. So it has, besides the headlights, it has that front lip. That one is from a 2007 S204 SCI, I think, or that style. That's an eBay lip. For wheels, we have OC Pro Drive P1. This actually came from Japan, and I powder coated them gold. Yeah. We also have suspension is pretty stock. The only thing we have is BC coilovers, and that's pretty much it. We still have stuff to do. I want to redo the whole suspension, so we'll work on that. I have some, I don't know, eBay exhaust that is extremely loud. I try to make it a little bit quieter by welding another exhaust, but I didn't do anything. I mean, let me show you. This thing is pretty practical. I mean, look at that. I mean, if you're looking for an all-rounder type of vehicle, right? I mean, you can't beat that. All right. The only issue with this car is like the back seat is not that spacious, as you can see there, right? But it'll fit 2 car seats. I don't know if a rear facing car seat will fit, but if you don't have kids, then whatever, you don't care. All right, let me show you what I have on the inside. All right, okay, so we have SCA front seats. We have actually the door cards too, front and rear. There you go. But we don't have the back seat. They came like with the STI colors, but they're super rare. All right. All right, so yeah, so here we have DEFI gauges. We have a total radio, which up with Apple CarPlay. We also have, let me show you, like a JDM Impreza gauge cluster from, my assumption is a 2007 Wrx, which it looks super cool, and it works. As you can see, everything works except the outside temperature. Yeah, I have the check engine light because the engine doesn't have tumbler generators. Yeah, everything else works. The only thing is the ABS light is reverse circuit. So when you put the gauge, if you don't flip the wires in normal configuration, the light will be on. And if something happens with the ABS, then the light will go off. I don't mind it. I have the DEFI controller kind of like in front of that, so I don't see it. So it doesn't bother me, but it could bother some people. So I seen online people have try to find that wire because it happens the same thing with the later generation 0507 STI. If you're doing the swap with the gauges, I think it happened the same thing. So there are people that have done it, but it doesn't really bother me. So yeah, this thing, it works fine. It's super clean. It's way cleaner than the SCI gauges because of the DCC something, you know, the diff settings. So yeah, this one looks super clean, and it matches really well with the DEFI gauges. It has kind of like the same thing with the silver outer trim, and then the electroluminescent with a blackout face. So yeah, yeah, that's all I have for the vehicle. Let me put the GoPro, and then we'll take it for a spin. All right, let me get my seatbelt on, and yeah, looks good. All right, let's get this fired up. All right, so yeah, this thing is super loud, so when we're driving, it's definitely gonna get a little bit worse. So yeah, for the DEFI, we have the boost gauge, and we have oil pressure, and also we have water temperature. They look super cool. We have this carbon copy of the Zero Sport gauge pot. It looks nice, but I think it's too big, so I might change that for the OEM style version. If I can find one in carbon fiber, I might change that for it later. But yeah, it looks either way, it looks super cool. All right, let's see how this thing goes. All right. You can definitely hear some you know, turbo sounds from the intake, because it has also a downpipe, so, and plus the intake, so you can hear when the turbocharger is kind of like making boost, but the exhaust takes a lot of the experience away, that's for sure. Which again, right, I was saying like this could be a good daily driver, right, like the perfect daily driver, but with the exhaust so loud and the drone at 3,000 RPM, which is when this car is kind of like at 70 miles an hour, it's pretty intolerable. Like the times I've driven this like to work and that kind of stuff, I end up putting up my earphones, so, and then I'll listen to music through them, because to kind of like mute the sound a little bit of the car. But I think like when we find the perfect exhaust for this car, I think it's gonna be pretty good. Suspension wise, the BC coils, I think I don't know the version that we have. I don't recall the DR. It's the budget option, but with the camber adjustment top hats on the rear. So I'll say it's like the middle of the way. They're good. The ride quality is super good, I think. I have them right now on their softest setting, because I'm trying to look for what would be the sweet spot for the type of driving I do with the car. But right now they're on the softest setting, so yeah, if they ride, the compliance is I think it's pretty good. So yeah, just keep that in consideration. They're probably in the 1,000 range. They are one of the budget-friendly options for kind of like good quality coils. All right, let's go a little bit. Yo, this thing moves. It goes. Yeah, it definitely goes. Some of the modification it has, let me go in 5th gear so it goes down a little bit. Some of the modification it has, it's like STI goodies. So injectors, it has a VF48 turbocharger, a fuel pump, and intake and a tune, and the up pipe, down pipe, and yeah, that's pretty much it. And it feels amazing. I think for a car this light, the amount of power it has, I feel like it's sufficient. I don't know what it is. I think one of the things I want to do with it is maybe get a baseline tune, like with the stuff that it has, because again, this engine, right, the short block, you know, it's pretty old. It has a lot of miles, so I don't know how long that will last. So I think I want to get it baseline, see how much power it's making, and then, you know, when that goes away, then maybe we can try to build something, you know, from scratch. You know, get something that will handle, I don't know, maybe 350 horsepower. I think this car with 350 horsepower would be amazing for, again, like an all-around commuter type of car. This car will be pretty good. I'm trying to give some space to a truck that went in front of us, so we can let her rip a little bit. But yeah, overall this car is good. The steering wheel, this is not the OEM steering wheel. This is from a 2006, I think, Wrx. And then I put I used to have this like the Subaru logo here, so I put this STI logo, and then I put a new skin on top of it with a 12 o'clock there in red, and all the stitching in red, which it looks super cool. I need to wire the horn and see what I'm gonna do with the cruise control. I don't have it connected right now, but I gotta see what I'm gonna do. I don't really use it, but when I put this up, when I put all this up, the wire and the connector, they're loose in there, so they rattle a lot. So I want to take care of that. All right, I think that we can go now. So let's see how this thing do. This thing moves. Yeah, it's super planted. The suspension works really well. It's just a little floaty because, you know, the damper setting, I think. So we gotta adjust that. The car is flat, but it has, you can feel that it has like body roll, which my assumption is because we lower the car and the geometry is a little weird. Because there's no other suspension modifications, so maybe like something to adjust the roll center would definitely help with the car feeling planted, and maybe sway bars. This car has the original sway bars, and they are cooked, like rusted out. So my assumption is that they don't have the same strength. So yeah, so maybe, you know, addressing that as well would definitely help how the car performs. But again, right, it's just a daily driver, right? Like that's the purpose of this car for me. It's to be a good daily driver, but I want it to be fun, right? Because all the cars now, I feel like a lot of them have lost the fun factor, right? So this car will be amazing. Yeah, this thing is sick. Man, if you're in the fence of you know, getting a Subaru, it's, yeah, you definitely need to try one, man, because it's like the experience, right? The visceral experience that these cars give you, between how they sound, right? I mean, this one is pretty loud, but like the distinct boxer sound, right, with the unequal headers, and like the amount of induction noise from the turbo it's freaking amazing. Also, they're pretty comfortable. So, and the dash layout is amazing. The gauge layout, it's good. You have your tag right in front of you, super legible, at least on this one with the electroluminescence. So if you buy an STI, it'll be kind of like the same type. Yeah, this thing is pretty good. All you have to do is, you know, kind of like modernize it a little bit by throwing in, you know, something with Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, and then this car, it's definitely up to par. All right. It's a little grind in fourth gear, so the synchros might be might be on the way out. So that could be something else that we can probably do to this car. A lot of people do upgrades, like you know, use the SCI drivetrain and then make it a 6-speed, that's a good idea. But I don't think I don't know, maybe I wanna learn a little bit more about this car transmission. So maybe trying to do an overhaul and, you know, replace the synchros and that kind of stuff would be, you know, would be a good idea, at least for me and my intentions with the car. Yeah, these cars are amazing. They do amazing in the wet. I mean, they're all-wheel drive, so yeah, they obviously has drawbacks like any other car, right? I mean, they're insulation, right? The vibration and harness on these cars, it's it's definitely way higher than newer vehicles, right? You can hear everything, but you know, that could be a con for some people, but to me that is definitely a plus. Yeah. Yeah, this thing definitely goes. Yeah, I would recommend, you know, I'll say if you're mechanically inclined, right, or you want to learn, right, because this platform is good if you want, like this will be a good first vehicle that you can find, you know, cheap, right? You can find them for $4,000 and then make it your own, right? So you can learn how to work with the engine. The engine it's very simple to work. The EJ205 is super simple. It doesn't have variable timing or anything, so the engine is very simple to work. So there's a ton of videos online that can show you, you know, pretty much how to put this engine together. It's super easy to get out of the car as well. If you want to learn how to work on your own car, how to wrench in your car, this will be a perfect platform for you to start on, I'll say. Or even if you're experienced, right? There's a bunch of experienced people that like Subarus, and you know, they love these cars. I love this car. I have tons of Subaru. I used to have one of these when I was in college. Same car, same color, 2002, same color, wagon as well. And now I'm back into one of these, and they're super practical. They're comfortable enough that you can seat 4 people without any issues. I mean, they're, like I showed you, the rear seats, they're, you know, kind of tight, but that's how all the cars from the early 2000s were. So I don't think that is a deterrent. Yeah, my recommendation is, if you're on the fence to get one, try it. And yeah, this is a good car. And if you find one that needs some work for cheap, then even better. All right, let me stop back here again and we'll wrap it up. All right, how was that for a ride, huh? Yeah, here you go. Yeah, these cars are super cool, so highly recommend it if you can get one of these. Yeah, I'll make some more videos about it and the things that I'm planning to do. I have some mods for this car, like I said, the exhaust and some of the things that I want to take care of. Yeah, a lot of suspension work for sure, because it does need it, and some of the things with the engine that I need to fix. But yeah, overall it's a great car, so highly recommend it. This might be the best, you know, the best all-around budget car that you can get, with the space that it has, right? The performance, the customization, right? I mean, you can go high on these things. You can do whatever you want, engine swaps, everything. So yeah, highly recommend it. All right, this is a wrap for the video, guys. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.